an artery is partially blocked, and the prognosis is if you do this, you damage that. If you don't do this, that's why I'm out here. Just I want to sit and think, decide, what do I do? Greenwald, Ronald M. That's what they say in the Army. I was in the Army from 51 to 53 in Korea, where I saw a lot of, well, you know what you see in the Army. Degree in chemistry from Drexel, a master's degree in chemistry from Penn, and not degrees, what do you call them? Like associate degrees in economics and business management from Western Reserve in Cleveland. It was, we had, every summer, we rented a house in Margate and go down during the weekend and party, drink. And that was my attire. The Chinese smoking jacket, the hat, the beard, the cigar, the bottle of wine. That was our way of life on the weekend. Just totally, waste. So I would, myself and 4 other guys formed a group called Agape, which means love in some language or another. It was to go out at night and feed the homeless people on the streets in Philadelphia. They had no Social Security card, no nothing. So I figured I must find a way to get them identified so they can avail themselves of Social Security, welfare, VA, something, right? And I offered to pay for the, fee to get a birth certificate if they would meet me at there's a state office building up Broad and Spring Garden where you go to get it. Come 10 o'clock the next morning, nobody shows up. So I see him again a couple nights later. Where were you guys? I'm waiting there and hoping you'll show up so we get you straightened out. Again, no one shows up. I figure this is like an exercise in futility because I can't motivate these guys to get off their rear ends and get off the street. So I finally despaired and said, well, why am I doing this? What will I accomplish by feeding them every night? So we finally quit. We said, this is not for us. We're not accomplishing anything outside of wasting our time and money. So, but they're still out there. There's still plenty of homeless people in the city. Okay, up until, let's see, about 17 years ago, I was a rather healthy male, late 50s, and I suffered a allergic reaction from medication given to me after I had an operation called lithotripsy. But I was deathly ill. I was in the hospital in a coma, or practically in a coma. I didn't know who I was, where I was, why I was there. I had no recollection of what happened to me. All I know was I was bright red and just virtually incoherent. And ever since then, I developed what is called hammer toe, trigger finger, neuropathy, progressively degenerate, progressive polyneuropathy of the hands and feet. And life has been hell since then. So ever since I had that allergic reaction, my health has been on a downhill slide. Right now I have an option. They think that I need another angioplasty. However, they're loath to give it to me because they have to give you a dye when they give you the cardiac catheterization, which determines where the blockage is. But then they further damage my kidneys. And if that happens, they'll probably save my heart, but put me on dialysis. So that's where I am now, weighing, which way to go. And there's no answer. The doctor said, well, we'll use the minimum amount of dye, which will do the least amount of damage to the kidney. I said, will the least amount of damage put me on dialysis? Oh, it could, yeah. No, that's great. I mean, you save my heart, and I've become a dialysis patient, which I can't see the benefit. So I decided not to have the operation. So what I do is I've always been active, walking, playing basketball, Now I cut back on that kind of stuff because that increases the stress on your heart, pain. So if I can eliminate that, then maybe I can eliminate the operation, the need for the operation.